Fingers of lightning tore holes in the black skies as an angry cloudburst drenched the landscape. It was 3 a.m. on a cold, wet morning in late November 1967, and the little houses scattered along the dirt road winding through the hills of West Virginia were all dark. Some houses seemed unoccupied and in the final stages of decay. Others were unpainted, neglected, forlorn. The whole setting was like an opening scene of a grade B horror film from the 1930s. Along the road there came a stranger in a land where strangers were rare and suspect. He walked up to the door of a crumbling farmhouse and hammered. After a long moment, a light blinked on somewhere in the house, and a young woman appeared, trying to cheap mail-ordered bathrobe tightly around her. She opened the door a crack, and her sleep-swollen face winced with fear as she stared at the apparition on her doorstep.
Can I help you?
He was over 6 feet tall and dressed entirely in black. He wore a black suit, black tie, black hat, and a black overcoat, with impractical black dress shoes covered with mud. His face, barely visible in the darkness, sported a neatly trimmed mustache and goatee. Flashes of lightning behind him added an eerie effect. May I use your phone?
My husband. Talk to my husband.
She closed the door quickly and backed away into the darkness. The woman returned with a young man hastily buckling his trousers in place. He too turned pale at the sight of the stranger.
We ain't got a phone here.
The couple retreated and the tall stranger faded into the night. Beards were a rare sight in West Virginia in 1967. Men in formal suits and ties are even more bizarre in those back hills of the Ohio Valley. And bearded black dress strangers on foot in the rain have never been seen there before. Obviously, they concluded, he had been a fearful omen of some sort. Perhaps he had been the devil himself. In the days that followed, the young couple told their friends about the apparition. 3 weeks later, these two people were dead, among the victims of the worst tragedy ever to strike that section of West Virginia. They were driving across the Silver Bridge, which spanned the Ohio River in Point Pleasant, when it suddenly collapsed. Their friends remembered. They remembered the story of the bearded stranger in the night. It had indeed been a sinister omen, one that confirmed their religious beliefs and superstitions. So a new legend was born. The Mothman Prophecies.